Oh, and a couple of things stood out to me with Ginger Duggar on Matt and Abby's Unplanned podcast. One, she said that she would not be surprised if a couple of her siblings did end up having 19 kids, which I thought was wild. I always forget that like a lot of the siblings are still very bought into the cult, very bought into the principles of the IBLP, very bought into the cult of Jim Bob Duggar. But she was talking about how one of the twins, I don't know if it's Jedediah or Jeremiah, has two kids, two and under, and his wife is about to give birth to twins, and the twins are going to be born before their oldest kid turns 3, like right before the oldest turns 3. So they will have 4 children, 2 and under, which is nuts to me. The other thing that stood out was that Ginger absolutely adores her mother. She is very, very close to her. This has always been apparent throughout the show, and even throughout her book and even throughout her deconstruction process. She loves her mom so, so much and speaks so highly of her. And I think that's also weird to listen to as someone who's so critical of the Duggars and of Jim Bob. I do think Michelle is a victim in that environment, a victim of the IBLP, a victim of Jim Bob and his like coercive control over the family. But I also think she's been like complacent in a lot of like the abuse in the family. A lot of women leave when things happen that Michelle has witnessed within her own family. So I know a lot of us have very complicated feelings about Michelle. It's like very much a both and situation. But Ginger is very, very protective of her mother and feels very, very close to her. And I think that's interesting.